is Sue Johnson. We have interviewed her before several times, and you are the CEO of EWP and Webster House. And a question that I would like to ask, I understand this is about domestic violence, and so it kind of doesn't involve Webster House, but yet it sort of does, because a lot of the kids who are residents there do come out of domestic violence atmospheres, correct?
That is correct, Ann. In fact, when we think about the reasons why kids run away, often it is to escape a violent home setting. So you're absolutely right. And it goes both ways. We also now have women who are domestic violence survivors seeking our services that at one point in time were runaways as well. So there is a very common theme and a tie there, which is one of the reasons why, frankly, we do the work we do in both those divisions.
Trying to stop the trend, right?
Trying to break the cycle, but also recognizing where the ties are. That's really important.
Can you tell me a little bit, give me kind of just an overview of what Webster House does? Christina talked about what EWP does, but how old are the kids that can come to Webster House, and what brings them there typically?
Well, actually, if you think of our agency as a continuum of services, we have children, very young children, who are survivors and need supportive services. So we do things like play and art therapy with them in an attempt to help them cope. But actually, Webster House is 11 through 23.
Okay.
It's children as young as 11 actually stay in our Webster House shelter. And most people don't think of children without parents on their own as being that young. And it hasn't been a common practice for us until about 5 years ago. Then we started seeing the age drop. So I think it's a trend within our economic situation and the stress in general that families face today.
So other than being a resident of Webster House, you do have programs available for kids who are not actually residents but that need a little assistance?
I think that's also a misconception in terms of our agency. About 80% of the clients that we serve, and we serve between 10 and 12,000 clients a year, actually are not sheltered.
No kidding. Now you totally educated me because I had no idea.
And so about 80% of them, 75 to 80% of them, never spend a night in a shelter with us. They're in other non-residential programs, support services. Our goal with youth, obviously, is to get them engaged back into their family of origin, if that's safely possible. And so we work, our services are family-centered rather than client-centered for youth. We're attempting to make sure that that child does not, or that youth does not, in fact, lose its natural tie to the biological family. When that isn't possible, we seek the best alternative in terms of fictive kin and that kind of thing. But the goal is simple. They need a safe place to be with caring adults who will guide them into adulthood and support them in nurturing ways.
And is the prime reason for today's event, obviously it's multicultural, bringing people together to address domestic violence. Are we looking to raise funds? Are we looking to promote awareness? What is our main goal for today?
There are really two. The first is education about the fact that domestic violence hits this, a majority of us are sisters, women of all races, of all ethnic backgrounds, of all religious backgrounds, of all ages, of all socioeconomic status. And so it's an awareness of that. It's also, though, an opportunity for us to remember and honor those that we've lost. And rededicate, for me at least, and my staff, it's a rededication to our commitment to the work. Absolutely.
And you guys do such a powerful job. And like I said, I thought I knew a great deal about EWP, but I was under the misconception that most of the people you serve are residents. I did not understand that I thought that your outpatient program would be very small.
Actually, it's really, that's mostly what we do.
Wow.
And our goal, obviously, is to prevent having to have that individual come into a shelter if possible.
And we are definitely going to be doing an in-studio show with you guys, but before we close, because I know you have to get ready for the walk, can you tell me two things? One is, where do people reach you? How do they get in touch? If somebody's watching this now and they know somebody who is going through domestic violence or they themselves are, How do they get a hold of you guys?
Well, hopefully it's pretty simple. They can call us right at the office. That number is area 231-759-7909, and that's our business line. We also have a 24-hour hotline, area 231-722-3333. And then obviously if they want to remain a little more distant from us, if that makes them more comfortable, they're free to get on our website and connect with us in that way. And that website is everywomansplace.org, and you just follow the icons that lead you to a place where you can ask some questions and get them answered.
Now, am I correct that money is not an issue? Like if there's a person who's wanting some counseling, wanting some services, but they're afraid and they're thinking, well, gee, I don't have the money or the insurance, is that something that can be worked with?
And every one of our programs are free.
Wonderful. Fantastic. This is Melissa, everyone, and you are?
I am a volunteer services coordinator with Every Woman's Place.
And tell our viewers, that is, about some of your previous jobs you were telling me about with EWP.
In my previous experience, I have been a children's trauma therapist, or children's trauma counselor, actually, as well as a non-residential domestic and sexual violence counselor.
Do you mind if I ask how you got into this field?
I just had an interest.
Really? Tell me about your role in today's program.
Well, today I am here as a participant in support of the survivors and that we have provided service to, as well as just to bring awareness to everyone in the community.
Tell us about the colors, the shirts, everything.
Okay, as you view the t-shirts, the yellow and the beige are for domestic violence survivors.
Okay.
The white is for those that have been a victim of domestic violence that were murdered.
Okay.
The red, the orange, and the pink are for youth who have been sexually assaulted.
Okay.
And then the blue and the green are for physical child abuse.
Okay.
And then the purple is for same-sex violence in the relationship.
Understood. I'm so glad you addressed that as well. That's wonderful. Now, tell me, who came up with the colors? How does this go? Is this like a national type of color scheme, or is this something original? Or
No, it's a national.
Is it?
Yes, most
So
definitely.
these walks basically take place all over, right?
Yes, depending upon the agency and what they do to bring awareness in the month of October. Yeah.
So you've been involved in this particular walk. This is not your first year.
Correct. No, I've been employed by Every Woman's Place for about 10 years, and we've done this in various capacities.
Wow. That's something else. I really commend you for all the work that you guys do there. Tell us individually how the shirt goes. Go back over the colors with me and tell me, how are these put together? Do victims make them themselves? How does that work?
Well, the T-shirt project is a project that is open to the public. We try to advertise when we're going to be having the T-shirt workshops, but they're available for our clients. We'll have our domestic violence support group series, and we, at the end, try to always offer this service to them. And so it's for survivors and also their families. The white T-shirts that were made, white is in remembrance of those who were murdered as a result of domestic violence. Those are made by their friends and family.
Okay.
And what's especially exceptional about these T-shirts is some of them, if you'll notice, they're not brand new shirts.
Right.
They are the survivor shirts that a family member may have brought in remembrance of them.
Okay.
And so then the yellow and the beige are also for domestic violence survivors, those who were not murdered. The red, the pink, and the orange are for individuals who have been raped or sexually assaulted.
Okay.
The blue and the green are for women survivors of incest or child abuse.
Okay.
And then the purple is for those who have been in a same-sex relationship with violence.
Okay. Understood. That really makes the shirts, it makes it a powerful thing. I didn't realize it was a community project. Do you guys start making these like weeks before the event, or?
Oh, we tend to really advertise the workshops throughout the month of October very heavily.
Okay.
But then if anyone has an interest and we don't have a workshop going, they're more than welcome to contact Every Woman's Place, and we are available for them just to come in and make a t-shirt.
And can they make their own shirts and be part of the walk as well? Like, say they don't want to be part of the group project, but they want to be involved in the walk. Can they do that?
Yes, most definitely. The t-shirts can be made in individual or in a group setting, whichever they're most comfortable with.
Wonderful. Is there anything that maybe I haven't asked that you would like the viewers to know?
Well, I would say, just if you have an opportunity to either stop by our agency or come out tonight, Every Woman's Place offers a lot of great services, and as well as for survivors and their family members. All of our services are also available to families who have been exposed to domestic violence and sexual violence.
That is so true, and I'm so glad that you guys are making such an effort to get this out into the community, and that so many people are embracing this, multiculturally. Also, the gender barrier is crossed. Guys are involved and being very open about this, and I'm really, really happy to hear that, and that we're addressing every issue, whether it's sexual abuse, whether it's physical abuse, same sex, the entire gamut.